to my channel and thank you so much for watching this video. So I know why you're here right now and I know why you're watching this video because you also wanted to know on what's the reason why you're not really getting that tourist visa application approval. So today I will be giving you 5 tips on how you can get that US tourist visa approval from that consul. So what's really the reason why most of the Filipinos are really having a hard time getting an approval from their consul? So despite of being, having a stable job, being wealthy, and they have all the things that they need, they still got that denied response from the consul. So right now I will be sharing you the tips, the things that you need to know, or the things that I can share with you with regards to my experience on that US tourist visa thing. So guys, what's really the reason why you're not getting that US tourist visa approval? So tip number 5 is your reason for traveling. Yes, that is one of the reasons that the consul will think and consider of giving you the visa. So are you traveling there to visit a family or friend? Are you visiting there because of special occasion like wedding or renewal of vows? Or are you traveling there just to see what US can offer you, especially New York and Las Vegas? So the consul will actually ask you on what's the reason why you're traveling. So in my experience, when I was there, I lined up and I give my passport to the lady. She asked me what's the reason why I'm traveling, if it's for medical reason or if it's due to traveling or business trip. So I told her that I will be traveling there for a visit to a family. And then right after that, I line up again, and that's already the time that I line up for the consular interview. So at that time, one of the questions that the consul really asked me is what's the reason why why I am traveling. So I told him that I will be visiting my sister, and at the time I was actually applying together with my mom. So I told him that I will be traveling and accompanying my mom in going to the US. So another thing that the consul asked me is my sister a citizen there, how long she's been living in that place. So I told him that she's been there for 15 years already and she's already a citizen. So I guess it's also one of the things that they consider in giving you the visa, if you will be traveling there safely and if you will be guided accordingly. So the reason for travel is very important. I know someone who told the consul that they're traveling because they just really wanted to see the US. Don't do that, guys, because that's a red flag, okay? The consul will think that you're going there, visiting. There's a big chance that you're not coming back to your native land. They will be thinking that you'll do the TNT. So don't ever say, I suggest that don't tell them that you just really wanted to see what's US, you just really wanted to see what's Las Vegas and California and New York and all the big city in the US that you wanted to visit and look around. Unless you're an actress here in the Philippines, I don't know, but if you're just really wanting to visit there and you don't have any family at all that you wanted to visit, I think that would be the reason why you're having a hard time getting that visa approval, okay? Now, tip number 4. So tip number 4 is consistency. Yes, consistency, because you will be filing a form before you have that interview with a consul, before you book a schedule for or book an appointment for an interview. You have to fill out the form and submit it via online. So whatever details or the information that you entered on that form, it will be scanned. It will be on the database of the embassy. So you have to make sure that all the details there are correct and true, and it is consistent with your answers during the interview. You cannot tell them different with what you have written on your profile, because they will probably be studying that. They will also probably be doing some psychology to you, so I don't know. So you just make sure that whatever things you put in your profile will also fit your answers, and whatever answers you have, it's written on your profile. So just you don't have any problems in convincing them that you're really going to that place for a specific purpose and for a very important reason. So just make sure that you have to remember that. Now, tip number three, guys, is documents. Yes, documents is very important because you will be bringing them to the consul. And I also suggest that you bring, in my case, I actually did not bring anything. I had my COE, I have my ITR, but I don't have any bank account statements. I don't have property list or whatever such thing, because I really don't have those things. So I do have a bank account, but it's not even like 50,000 pesos on that bank account. So I don't have my bank account statement. I just really have my ITR, my COE, and since my sister sent me an invitation, I wasn't even able to bring that with me because I didn't get it on time, and I already have my interview. So I received it after the interview already, and I'm very happy and I'm very glad that the consul did not ask me about those documents. So I'm really happy that it did not happen to me. So those documents that you just need to bring, just bring things that you think would help you. And I also suggest that whenever the consul would ask you, answer in a concise and very short answers. Like if they ask you, where do you live? Probably not where do you live, how long you've been in your company, then just answer them. Don't be too defensive. Don't elaborate too much, because you would be sounding defensive if you would do that. Now, another thing is, don't give all the papers laid in front of them because you have them. Just give them whatever they ask. If they ask you for bank statement, then give it to them. Don't give everything. Don't initiate that, oh, I have a wedding invitation here, blah 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 blah. So I don't think that really matters to them. So but if they will ask, then that would be great, then you can give it to them. But don't initiate by giving it to them without them asking it, okay? Because you will really sound so defensive. So if they ask it, then give it to them. Tip number 2 would be previous international travel or your tenure at work. Yes, why I consider this 2 and put them all together, because it's either of the 2. In my case, I was already 3 years with my work, and I also had a previous travel internationally. At that year or a month prior to my interview, I had 4 countries traveled at the same time. Like I went to Thailand, I went to Malaysia, I guess, I went to Cambodia. So those are the places that I've traveled to before I had my interview. I make sure that I have all the travels documents needed. So if ever they would ask me, I have a proof that I've been traveling and I'm always going back to my country. I don't do TNT. So I think that's also one of the reasons why I was given a visa, because the consul he was surprised he's a bit surprised that he asked me if I had any previous travels, and I told him yes, I do have previous travels, and he asked me if I had recent travel, so I told him about it. I was in these places, blah blah blah, and then he was kind of surprised, like, you did it at the same time? I said yes, I did it at the same time. So I was able to answer his questions. And another thing that is tenuity at work. I know someone who doesn't have any international trip. However, she's been with the company for that long, I think 10 years. So of course the consul would not think that you will garbage that experience just to go on TNT. So that would also be considered by the consular of giving you a visa. So in my case, I was traveling with my mom, who is already 68 years old, and I will be accompanying her at that time. So I think that's really plus points for me that I was granted with a visa. Now, tip number 1, which is very, very most important, I think, is confidence. Yes, confidence, because everything will be, everything will follow if you have that confidence that you don't look like you're, like, oh my gosh, would I get a visa or not? No, like, just be confident, just be concise with your answer, tell them the truth, and just be at ease. Don't feel panic or nervous or having that, sweaty palms. Just be yourself and just tell them what is the reason for travel, what you intend to do, and those kind of things. And just really, the only thing that you need to do is to prove to the consul that you will really be coming back here in the Philippines or wherever it's your native land is. So you just really need to convince them that I'm coming back regardless what. So I think I was able to do that, and I think I was able to convince them that I'm coming back regardless, because of my mom, of course. She will not be able to travel alone. So that's why I was granted with a 10-year US tourist visa, which is multiple entry already. So I hope, guys, that this video helped you out, and I hope that you can share this, comment it below if there are still things that you wanted to share to others that could possibly help them getting that US tourist visa, okay? Because most of my friends are asking me why, how I did it. So it was just like that, and I don't have show money at all. At the time when I had my interview, there's no show money at all. I just really proved to them that I'm coming back and I don't have any dirty intentions at all. So that's why they granted me that visa. So right after getting my visa, I traveled to the US. I got my visa. I had my interview October 11, I guess, and I think that was Tuesday. I got my visa Friday, and I traveled to the US May of the next year. And yes, I came back here in the Philippines, and I'm very happy that I had this visa and I had this opportunity to share this wonderful things with you. So I hope this helped you guys. Please share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or concerns, you may reach me. And also, I will be doing another vlog regarding the detailed process on how you can process your own tourist visa without needing the help of an agency, because I did it myself. Okay, thank you, and you have a wonderful evening, guys. Bye.